they would come in, they would sign, and they would leave. And students in the public schools had to suffer as a result without having a teacher. And these teachers were coming in to sign, and they were not in classes, or come in morning time, sign, leave, come in after lunch to sign for the evening period, leave. And teach students are left without a teacher and have to fend for themselves, or just play or waste time because they are not getting to cover the syllabus. Is that fair to students in the public sector? I worked at various schools, starting from a public secondary school, a private secondary school, and university. And I didn't work as a teacher in those institutions, but I worked as a clerical / secretary. So I had this first-hand experience dealing with all different members of staff, especially teachers. So let me share one of my stories. I'll be as brief as possible. While I was working at one of the secondary schools, public in particular, there were times when teachers will come in, they will sign their register. Some will come late, some will come on time. Some of them will sign the registers, and the good ones will go to their classes. There were a few that I've seen done this throughout my tenure as I worked in the public education system, right? That they would come in, they would sign, and they would leave. And students in the public schools had to suffer as a result without having a teacher. And these teachers were coming in to sign, and they were not in classes, or come in morning time, sign, leave, come in after lunch to sign for the evening period, leave. And teach students are left without a teacher and have to fend for themselves, or just play or waste time because they are not getting to cover the syllabus. Is that fair to students in the public sector? Now, apart from that issue and other issues I don't even have the time to disclose or share at this moment, there's so much inefficiency and carelessness in the Ministry of Education. You all are one operating from taxpayers' money as myself, and at the same time, it's like there are persons working within the Ministry of Education as staff, civil servants, and they don't care. There are times I would contact the ministry and get wrong information, or sometimes I don't get a response, and I have to waste time and money, go up in the ministry just to ask one thing, and then you still not sure if they're telling you the correct thing. It's ridiculous. So me personally, as a private business owner and educator, I have little to no intentions to partner with the Ministry of Education. Yes, I am still a small business for now, and it's not going to be small forever, but I'm just saying, unless you all sort out all them inefficiencies, because I don't work with inefficiency. You have to be on top of your game if you want to work with me. So I am not saying I'm the most efficient person, but I try to do my best and be on top of things. That's why my academy is called Be On Top, right? So that is me. I'm talking for myself. Now, the unprofessionalism, the selfishness, not even when I was in university a couple of years ago, I had to deal with unprofessionalism and carelessness from the Ministry of Education. Give you all this story. Let me give you all this story. I had to send in some documentation because I was getting funded by GATE. Thanks to GATE, I also had a student loan at the time, and I went up in the Ministry of Education to drop out a thick file of documents that I had to print and all these things. I dropped it there. Someone took my documentation. I find nobody not contacting me. In fact, they tell me to go to the wrong Ministry of Education. They tell me to go to the ministry in Port of Spain, when I supposed to, in fact, go to the ministry in St. Augustine. So that's the type of people that's be giving wrong information. It's ridiculous, and they don't care because they get in pay regardless, right? And after possibly a few months, I went back into the ministry because, of course, calling them wasn't making any sense. So I went back into the ministry, and guess what happened? I asked about my documents. It was like, we don't know about the documents, and if we had to search, it have so much flaws and so much workers. So they didn't even show any interest in making an attempt to search for my documents. So technically, I waste time and money to send in documents to get my business sorted out with Gate in connection to the loan and all of that. And then was told that I came to the wrong Ministry of Education, which I was told to come there, and I supposed to go St. Augustine. So it's a lot of inefficiency. I would not want to partner with something like that unless I see that you have fixed the system, because I don't want to be having to deal with this thing. I don't beg people for stuff. So you all have to make sure and fix your system, right? And